Let's take the BTSC trades. Mr. Rudramurthy, what's your take on the BTSC trades? Looks like it's going to be more buys than sell at the moment.
Yeah, for me, HDFC Bank is a stock one can definitely carry for BTST. So I buy on HDFC Bank looking at target of 1775 with a stop loss of 1745, and also a buy on SBI for a BTST looking at targets of 865 with a stop loss of 845.
So HDFC Bank and SBI are the top bets. I'm hoping, Kunal, you don't have similar names, at least not HDFC Bank.
Yeah, not HDFC Bank, not ICICI Bank, but SBI is something which I would pick at current levels. The stock completing a breakout just around the 840, 850 mark. So would look out for targets in the range of 880 and stop loss could be kept at 830 mark. And Oberoi Realty is the other stock which I'll be very bullish on. The stock is looking quite classical in terms of chart pattern where there's been consolidation for the stock around the 1990 levels. So would look out for a breakout 2060 as an immediate target, stop loss at 1950.
Kunal, what's your take on Gland Pharma? That stock has been doing fairly well in the trading session, and MRPL is the other one, up 13%. And in fact, Gland Pharma was up 12% in an otherwise very weak market as well.
Yeah, but this comes after almost 12 weeks of consistent selling for Gland Pharma. So this stock almost was in the month of August was around 2,200 levels, was beaten down to 1,600, 1,650 mark. Even for MRPL, I think I was looking at the charts over the last couple of days, and the indicators were hugely oversold, and that was one of the major reasons why, because the stock was had fallen by almost a margin of 25% in the last 1.5 to 2 months. Now, when you see such kind of a sharp selling, there's going to be a point where the indicators will be oversold, the stock will get back into a bounce, it'll go into a mean reversion phase. But then what matters over here is that these stocks, they generally lack follow through price action. So a change of trend is what we anticipate when we see at least 2-3 days of successive price movement. May not be of the same intensity, but at least the volume pickup which happens on such kind of days, they generally go missing over the next couple of days for these names. So that's one of the major reasons why I would believe that maybe the trend may not sustain for these stocks unless we see the volumes moving up higher and the price action slowly and gradually inching up higher for both of these names. So as of now, would avoid these names, but would keep them under watch over the next couple of trading sessions.
Yeah, Gland Pharma, of course, is put up very smartly in today's trading session, even though the numbers weren't all that impressive, but a 13% spike up on the stock, closing in at the day's highs. The market, of course, is pegging a lot more as to how the management is actually going to bring a turnaround, perhaps. But we let all of our experts go on that note. Thanks, as always, for taking the time out. Let me hand it over to Ashesha then for the closing trades.
Well, yes, after the slide that we saw yesterday, today turned out to be a good day for the Indian markets. Nifty ending above that 24,200 odd mark, 205 points higher on the Nifty. It was a good day for banking and financial services stocks as well. Bank Nifty ending nearly 952,000 points higher at that 52,150 odd mark. It was clearly metals all the way. We had JSW Steel, Tata Steel, or SAIL, all of these stocks ending nearly 3 to 5 odd percent. Nifty Metal Index up nearly 2.5%. JSW Steel, SAIL was up 4%. Tata Steel, ahead of its numbers, was also up nearly 4 odd percent. Remember, we had that ET Now exclusive which said that perhaps anti-dumping duty on steel could be increased from 7.5% to 12%, and that also aided moves for all of these steel stocks. Apart from this, let's also talk about the losers then. On the Nifty index, we had Coal India, which was down 2%, biggest loser on the index. Trent and Adani Ports, some of the other losers. Both these stocks also ended nearly 1.5% lower. Ola Electric, meanwhile, falling below that IPO price. 4% equity, which was locked in, opened today. And on the back of that, we saw some bit of selling pressure come in on this counter. Ola Electric ending 8.5% lower today, below that 75 mark. We had sugar stocks in focus today. Balrampur Chini, it did recover from the lowest point of the day after reports which suggested that perhaps minimum selling price on sugar could be increased. Balrampur Chini, it did end 0.5% lower but recovered from the lowest point of the day. Realty index, remember, realty stocks were under pressure yesterday, and that continued in today's trading session. Nifty Realty Index, biggest sectoral loser. It of course ended the day 0.5% lower, but we had Macrotech Developers, Godrej Property and Sobha, all of those stocks in focus today. Oberoi Realty ending the day 4% higher. Apart from that, we had an ET Now exclusive on Akzo Nobel and Grasim. Akzo Nobel was also gaining on the back of that. A couple of earnings reactions then. Mazgaon Dock, it ended the day 5% higher, very strong set of numbers. ABB India results impact over here, ending the day 4% lower. Amara Raja Batteries on the back of results and brokerage reports. This stock also ended the day with a cut of nearly 4%. But all in all, turned out to be a good day. We did see that strong recovery come in from the lowest point of the day. Nifty ending near that 24,200 mark. But you don't go anywhere. Stay tuned to ET Now.